everyone, I hope you're having a really good day. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a different one. I'm going to show you how I clip in and blend in my hair extensions into my short, thick kind of hair. This video is just for anyone that's thinking about getting extensions but might be a little bit afraid that they won't be able to blend in their short hair with them. And yeah, I hope you guys like the video. I do have a different video on Milk+Blush extensions as well, just basically explaining it's just like a all over review on them. So if you wanted a more in-depth video about Milk+Blush extensions, check back to that one and you'll find out a lot more on there. But yeah, today I'm just going to show you how I clip them in, how a few tips and tricks on how I get them to blend in with my extensions, in with my own hair, sorry. I haven't had a coffee and I'm losing my mind. And also how I curl them to kind of overall blend in my short hair with my extensions. So if you want to know, then just keep watching. So the extensions that I'm going to be using today and that I've used for since I started wearing hair extensions are the Milk+Blush standard, I think they're called the classic weft, and recently they've updated them so the wefts are a lot thinner than they used to be, so they're technically undetectable once you've got them in your hair. If you want a really in-depth video about Milk+Blush extensions, I do have one already up on my channel. It was probably one of the first proper videos that I made, and that is a little bit more of an explanation of what Milk+Blush extensions are like, and all the information you'll need will probably be on that video. But the ones I'm going to be using today, they were 20 to 22 inch extensions, but I cut them so they blended with my short hair a lot better. And the shade is actually custom dyed. I dyed these myself to try and match up to my hair. These ones are a little bit more ginger than my hair is, but they'll do. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just sectioning off the first bit of hair where I'm going to apply the first two wefts of extension. And I like to just section it about where the middle of my ear is, and then just pull my hair back. And any hair I'm just going to tie up out the way. And what I'm going to do first is take a teasing brush, mine's skanky, but it's a teasing brush, and just tease the roots of my hair. And this will just add a little bit of grip for my for the clips of the wefts to hold on to. So what I'm going to do is take my first 2-clip weft, and instead of clipping it straight down on my head, I'm going to flip it this way and clip it right to the roots. So I don't know what the best way to film this, but probably about here. So I'm going to take it underneath that section and literally just clip it at the nape of my neck. I'm going to take the next weft, which is a 3-clip weft, and when I section these off for the rest of the set, I always give them a good brush through, just to make sure there's no knots in them. And I'm going to clip that where the section starts, so above that one. And I'm not going to flip this one upwards, I'm just going to clip it down like normal. So the next weft I'm going to clip in, I'm going to section off my hair just about ½ an inch where my ears finish, so about where the tail of my eyebrows is. I'm just going to section that bit off there. Again, tighten it up with a hairband. Sorry if you can't, I don't know the best angle to film this in, so I'm going to give this a go, and if you can't see what I'm doing, then I'm really sorry. But I'm just going to take my teasing brush again and tease the roots of my hair. And then the next weft that I'm going to go in with is the massive, thick quad weft. And this is called a quad weft because, as you can imagine, there's 4 wefts of hair sewn onto one big weft. So this section is really, really, really thick. So I'm just going to take that and clip it to the roots of my hair. And then once I've got that section done, I'm just going to brush through everything. And yeah, as you could probably see there, when I brushed it, the weft come off my hair. And that's quite a good indication that basically that won't stay on your head. So what you can do as well is I like to wriggle, and that kind of creates its own little backcombed area, and then slot the extension into there. And now hopefully, yeah, when I brush it now, it doesn't come out. I think when applying extensions, it just kind of takes practice. Everyone's hair length and hairstyle is a lot different, so what works for me might not necessarily work for your type of haircut. But this is what I've done for years and years now, and it's always worked and it always looks the most natural. So the next part I'm going to section off is about where the tail of my eyebrows is again. But instead of going directly like horizontally back, I kind of angle it up towards the crown of my head. So I'm going to take it from about here and angle my fingers going a little bit further upwards. So this creates like more of a like asymmetric, is that the word? Don't know. Like an asymmetric line, but you know what I mean. And then again, just going to tease my roots. If you've got quite thick hair, you probably won't need to tease the roots, but my hair is thick, but like it's wefts don't clip onto my hair that well. It's very early in the morning and I don't know what I'm saying. And I haven't finished my coffee yet, so that's probably why. Next weft I'm going to go in with is a 3-clip weft, and just kind of wriggle that again to make sure it's set in my hair nicely. And then with this front portion as well, I'm going to actually take 2 of the 2-clip wefts and attach them just to where that ends. I've got quite a small head, is when I clip these side bits in. Instead of going right here, because that will overlap that one, I go underneath it and find an area where I can clip that into where it's not going to come loose. Yeah, also it's a case of like fiddling around with them. If you feel like one's a bit looser, just do the thing that I said, will kind of wriggle it into your roots, and it should stay there. For the last few wefts, I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to angle my hair up a bit more, but I'm going to start it just kind of around this section. If you've got quite short layers, you'll be able to get away with putting them a bit closer to where your parting is. But my layers are still quite short, but they've grown out a lot. When I, for my last video, I think I just had my hair cut and my layers were like literally so short, so it was quite hard for it to blend into. But I'm just going to section it off just about like here on my head. I'm going to tease my roots again. And what I do for this section, with Milk+Blush extensions you get 10 wefts, but because my hair's, the layers of it are so short, I go in with a different weft from an old set that I have, just one of the 3-clip wefts. And as you can see, this one's different in the weft to the other ones, because this is one of the old ones, so it's just got like a standard weft, where the other ones, like I said before, have got that like thin, undetectable weft. But yeah, I explain kind of more the difference of the old set and the new set in my unboxing video of Milk+Blush extensions. So go check that out, and I'm just going to apply that to where I section that bit off. But if you've got longer hair than mine, you wouldn't have to put a different weft in. Milk+Blush extensions are thick enough, so you, like one set would be enough for you. But because my layers are so short, I have to put that other weft in just to make sure that there's no major difference between my short hair and the long extensions. And then with my last 2-clip wefts, I'm going to just clip them in here. With these ones, you don't want to clip them too far to the front of your face, because they can poke out and look a little bit obvious, but I clip them about 2 centimetres back, I'd say. Right, I'm just going to let the rest of my hair down. And then brush it out. I'm just going to take the teasing comb just because I can kind of brush out my hair a little more, because it's a bit more of a precise brush. And then the last two wefts that you'll have in your set are these two one-clip wefts. And I know a lot of people don't need to use these just because their hair blends in quite well with extensions. But as you can probably see with my hair, I have a lot of short layers that kind of peek through the front. So I like to take one of these one-clip wefts. I kind of just place it where the short bits of hair are most prominent, so just around the back of my ear. So I'm going to take that and just clip it directly behind my ear. And then this one will just hide all those short bits that kind of pop in there. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side. See all these short bits that kind of just like ruin your whole look. I'm just going to clip the extension in front of them so it hides them a bit. So that's it for the application of extensions. What I do now is just I kind of feel around and feel if I can feel any of the wefts peeking through, which I can't right now. But what I am going to do is just tease this section of my hair, because when you tease it, it will create more texture at the top of your head, which will hide those wefts at the top. So if the wind blows, it's not going to be as visible because you've teased that front part of your hair. What I'm going to do next is, I know my extensions already have a bit of a curl in just because I usually wear my extensions curly, so they always have like a base curl. But what I'm going to do is just curl the top sections of my layers into the extensions, just to kind of make sure it all blends in, all the curls kind of flow nicely together. So I'm going to plug my wand in, my magic curly wand. The curling one that like pretty much 9 times out of 10 I'm going to use is the Mark Hill Salon Professional Wave Wand. And I've had this for ages and I like it because it's obviously, I'm not going to touch it because it's hot, but like a really thick barrel. So it's going to create really big waves, and it's good as well because you can grab quite a lot of extension and hair as well, and it will kind of curl in nicely together. I found when I use like thinner barreled wands, my hair always curls a lot better than the extensions do. So I'll have my hair which is really, really curly, and then my extensions which are more of a wave, and it just doesn't fit in well. But the more you use heat on your extensions as well, I found the more they take to a curl. What I do is just spray some heat defense spray into my hair and extensions. I just use the Tresemme Care and Protect Heat Defense Spray, and it protects up to 230 degrees of heat. But I've only put my wand up to 160 degrees, which sometimes if I'm in a rush I'll put it higher because it means I won't have to hold my hair on the barrel for as long. I'm just going to brush that heat defense spray through my hair so it's all evenly coated. First off, take a section of my hair and the extension as well. And I'm going to take quite a thick section, but not too crazy, because at the top bit of your hair, that's when you want the extensions to look most natural. So obviously that's the top bit of your hair. So I'm just going to wrap that around the barrel like I did. Hold it there for about 10 seconds. And hold it in my hair, in my hand. I don't know what I'm saying. And then let that go. So as you can see, that's just made my hair curl in with the extension, and it kind of creates just like one big curl. But I don't want it this curly, so I often just like run my fingers through it, break up the curl a little bit more. And now I'm going to move on to a different section and take quite a thick portion again, and then just hold that around the barrel for a bit. Day basis. Huh?
Rosie,
Yeah?
your bread or toast?
What?
Your bread or toast? Is it open the door?
Yeah. Just going
Your bread or toast?
toast. toast, please. Is there enough bread?
Yeah, we've got the one in the freezer.
Oh shit, yeah, toast then, please.
And do you want tea or coffee?
Coffee, please. Thank you.
How many sugars?
Just one, please. Thank you. Where needs a curl and where's alright. Usually the bottom section of my hair, I don't really need to do much to. It's just kind of the areas that are like surrounding my hairline. So that will pretty much do. I'm just going to curl this side and then I'll be right back. And now that I've curled the other portion of my hair, that's pretty much it. What you can do now is just choose what kind of products that you put in your hair. I wouldn't recommend going in with a lot of hairspray with extensions, not just Milk+Blush ones, but any extensions, because it can weigh down your hair a bit, and obviously you can't wash your extensions as much as you can wash your own hair. So what I usually go in with is just some sea salt spray, and this is just the Tony & Guy sea salt texturizing spray. And this is quite light. I feel like when I brush it out, it does come out of the hair. And I know some hairsprays you can brush it out and it all comes out of the hair, but I feel like it's a lot more heavier to use a hairspray than a texturizing spray. So instead of spraying it directly into my hair, I like to just spray it into my hands. Just one spray per like side of my head, and then I kind of just go in and put it through my hair and kind of do this like scrunching movement with my hands, just to kind of create more volume to my hair. I like to kind of like pull apart the curls as well, make everything nice and big. And I think that'll do. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do for my hair today. Like I said, if you want more details about Milk+Blush extensions, like the quality and all that stuff, check back to my one of the videos on my channel. It was quite a while ago now, but that's when I first got my extensions, and I kind of do like an unboxing and initial review of the hair itself. But yeah, I thought I'd just film this today because I know a lot of people struggle with putting extensions into short hair, and I've had short hair for like years, and I've worn extensions for like literally for years. I would recommend as well to go to your salon or go to a salon that specialises in hair extensions, and to get them to cut the extensions into your hair. I do it myself because I'm quite confident now with doing it, just because I've worn them for so long. And what I usually make sure I do is just the front sections of the extensions, I make sure they're cut quite short, so then they flow nicely with the rest of my natural hair. So I hope you guys like this video. If you are interested in any of Milk+Blush's products, or you are looking to get extensions, I would highly recommend Milk+Blush. I've worn their extensions for probably like 3 or 4 years now, and they've never let me down. I do have a discount code for them. It's Rosie5 if you live in the UK, and Rosie10 if you live in Europe or America, and that will just save you a little bit of money at your at the end of your purchase. So I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below if you want any more kind of hair videos, or just anything. Comment whatever you'd like to see from me, and subscribe if you could. It would really make my day. And yeah, that's all from me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.